Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Spider, and welcome back to another review. And today we're taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, The Child. This set released back in 2020 and based on their appearance from Star Wars The Mandalorian. So, to get things started, we'll take a look at the packaging. So here we have the books. At the top here, you got Star Wars The Black Series, you got Mandalorian, you got The Child, because the character's name hadn't actually been revealed yet in the show, so everybody was just calling him, The Child, or Baby Yoda, or whatever. You got a tiny little window where the figure was. Oops. On the back, you got a whole bunch of words, and not a bio anywhere in sight, which is kind of disappointing. At the top, you got some more words. At the bottom, you got a barcode. On the side, you got The Child. On the other side, you got The Child in red, and that's pretty much it for the tiny little books. On to the figure. And here we have The Child, or Baby Yoda, or Grogu, or whatever you want to call this little thing. And my goodness, if there was ever a figure to represent the word small, this would be it, because goodness, it's tiny. But anyways, to get things started, we'll take a look at the articulation. And the head is on a ball joint, so it can look a little bit up, a little bit down. You get some tilting side to side. Gonna look around. You get a nice movement in the head. The arm is also on a ball joint, and it can go that far out, go all the way around, and you can kind of cheat a butterfly joint because it's a ball joint, and just wherever a ball joint can go, that's where this little arm can go. And then the teeny tiny little hand is also on a ball joint. Oh, goodness gracious. Grogu, your arm. Okay, I was able to put it back on. The hand can also move around quite a bit. Can also rotate. And the little feet at the bottom are also on ball joints. Really, this figure is just all ball joints. There's not a single other type of joint on it, but that makes sense. For something this small, ball joints do seem the way to go, because you can get some pretty good movement out of them. So yeah, the legs can move around a little bit. Although the leg movement doesn't really matter all that much, because no matter what position you put them in, it's just going to stand there. So yeah, the leg movement doesn't do really anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation, and overall, it's alright, For something this small, you got enough to get him in some simple poses. Nothing too crazy, but it's enough. Now with that done, we can focus in on the details. So we'll zoom in here and take a closer look at little Grogu here. So you can see he's got a nice little face sculpt here. He's got a little nose and a little mouth. He got his ears, which actually are painted a different color on the inside. You get a little bit of tan there, which is nice. And a detail I almost missed is that at the top of his head, it's not really coming through all that well on camera. You can see a little bit there. He's got some silver hairs painted on the top of his head. I'm going to be honest, I did not notice that until just today. Because it's so small and faint. But yeah, it's there. It goes onto the ear a little bit, so that's very nice. And another detail I almost missed is that the eyes are actually fully painted. I thought they were just pure black. But if I can shine a little more light on the figure, maybe you can see it a bit better. Yeah, you can see his eyes are actually brown with a black pupil, which is very nice. I mean, they could have just painted it pure black and I wouldn't have complained. So the fact that they went, they went to put that extra detail in there is very, very nice. He got his little cloth sack thing, which there's not a whole lot of paint on this, but that makes sense. It's pretty much just one singular color in the show, so I don't really expect too much paint. But there is a lot of nice little sculpt detail on it. Obviously got a bunch of wrinkles and whatnot. You got some like little tears molded in on the bottom. Some kind of like seam lines and stuff. That's more wrinkles and tears and stuff. And just for the size, lots of nice little detail. And obviously on the bottom you got those little feet, which I actually don't think you can see them in the show, because I'm pretty sure his little cloth thing is actually a onesie, so I don't think his little feet are actually visible in the show. So that's a little inaccurate, but whatever. It's extra details, so I'm not going to complain too much. And got the little hand. Look at the little baby hand. Look at it. Look at the little baby hand. So, yeah, the detail is a little limited because of the size, but what they give you is very nice. And they do a very good job of making him look appropriately cute. Because look at the little baby. Look at the baby Yoda. Anyways. So yeah, very nice work on the little figure. But this set does not just come with a figure. It also has a few accessories. Starting from the smallest, we have... Oh goodness, I don't even know how I'm going to show this off. You get the little knob. You have the... Oh goodness. Please don't roll off the table. Yeah, you get the... Okay, I'm just going to set that there. And hopefully my camera can focus on it. There you go. You can kind of see it. But yeah, you get the little knob that Grogu kept trying to screw off or take off of that little thingy from the ship. So yeah, you do get the little knob thing. Just like, alright. It's a knob. It's kind of cool. And yes, Grogu can actually hold it in his hand. Which, yeah, that's pretty adorable. I do quite like that. It also has a little bowl. You got a little bowl, which is very simple. Just brown. Details. Not a lot. And you can also have him hold the bowl, which looks quite nice. Now, unfortunately, you can't really make him look like he's eating or, sipping some soup. Unfortunately, his arms they just can't reach closer to the body, so he'll always just be holding it outward like that, and that's really all you can do, which is unfortunate. And I actually saw other people suggesting maybe they could have come with like exchangeable arms where you could have popped these off and popped in some other ones that would have been closer to the body, so you can make him look like he's actually, sipping the soup, so you can have him holding the bowl with both arms. And yeah, I think that would have been a really neat idea. But they didn't do that. Unfortunate. And then his final accessory, frog. So yeah, you got the little alien frog that he kept trying to eat. Or not trying, he actually successfully ate quite a few of them, but So you got a little frog, and it's got some nice detail on there. It's got a little eye. Some coloration on the back. So you get the little frog Grogu eat. So yeah, nice little accessories. Comes with what you would expect. Although, oh dang it, popped off his arm. Ooh. And like I said, that is all of the accessories. And something that I really appreciate is that they come with this little plastic case that you can put them in. You got a little cover, you can just slide it on there. And there you go. And I really appreciate that, because these things are really, really tiny and very easily can be lost. So the fact that they have this little case thing to keep them nice and secure, very appreciative. Yeah, that's it for accessories. Like I said, you get what you would expect, although some people have said that they would have preferred if it also came with the little pram, the little metal casket thingamabob that he's hovering around in, and yeah, that would have been nice. That would have been nice, but I do think there are later sets that came with that, so you did get it eventually. So that's nice, but yeah, it would have been cool if this set also came with that, but it didn't, whatever. And that's pretty much it for figure. So, on to Disguise comparisons. So, to start things off as always, here it is with a LEGO minifigure, with the Packet Destruction minifigure Mothra, with the Packet Destruction minifigure Godzilla. On to some more relevant size comparisons, here it is with the Star Wars Saga Collections Boba Fett. Here it is with the Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures Luke Skywalker. Here it is with the Black Series Maz. Here it is with the LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian Battle Pack, just because. And finally, here it is with the previous review, the Black Series Archive Boba Fett. You can see, it's pretty close to the size that it is in the show. And can actually get characters to... Oh goodness. I don't know why that was more finicky than it should have been. But yeah, you can get characters to kind of hold. Little Grogu. Well, that's nice. Now that we're done with all that, it's measuring time. So we can see the figure is slightly over 1 inch tall. So yeah, he a very, 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 very tiny little character. I remember when I first got this out of the box, I was like, man, if this is how small it is in 6-inch scale, how small is the LEGO one gonna be? But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So that is pretty much it for the Black Series Grogu, and overall, he's pretty neat. I do think they did a nice job with this figure. Although I have seen other people say that this set is basically just a glorified accessory pack, and yeah, it does kind of feel like that. Like this very easily could have just been included with a Mando figure instead of being its own separate figure. But nah, it's not the hugest issue in the world. And it is a neat little thing on its own. I do like it. And if you did want this for yourself on eBay, it's going for $11 to $13, which honestly isn't really all that much more than its original price. So yeah, eBay price is not that crazy. Although there are Grogus that did eventually release with Mando in like a 2-pack, if you can even call it that. So if you're not interested in this one, maybe just go for one of those Mandos that includes a Grogu with it. But anyways, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say. So hope you all enjoyed. See you later. Sayonara. Bye.